Hi everyone, welcome back to JPWHUTV. My name is John, your host. As always, I hope you're all doing well. The subject of today's video is discussing West Ham 4, Huddersfield 3. So let's start off, as always, as we do, with the team sheet. In goal was Fabianski, Zabaleta coming in for Ryan Fredericks. Otherwise, it was Ogbonna, Diop and Creswell keeping the back four pretty much the rest of the same. Rice and Noble as a holding midfielders. Lanzini and Antonio and Anderson making up the midfield attack with Arnautovic up front. On the bench was Adrian, Masuaku, Balbuena, Snodgrass, Nasri, Lucas Perez and Hernandez aka Chicharito. So a few changes in total there. A little bit harsh, if to be honest, completely dropping Fredericks out of the squad. Don't think he deserved that, to be honest with you. Really don't. But it was Pellegrini's choice, and we have to respect that. Now, going into the first half, very difficult atmosphere when we turned up. Very quite tense. For good reason, because as I said in the preview video, if you want to watch that, can by all means please click on the card that's up here. Alternatively, please wait until the end of the video. But as I say, the start of the atmosphere was just a bit nervy, to be honest, because, we had a poor run out against Cardiff and, we had a poor start to the game again as well. Huddersfield showed us exactly what they were all about. They came here for the fight. Now, it was interesting to see on the website that a lot of the players were saying that they all want to see more fight out of the squad, blah, blah, blah. The usual stuff. And there was none of that in the first half, the majority of the first half. None of that, especially right from the kickoff. Very worrying signs right from the start. Huddersfield had a couple of corners to start off with. And a few free kicks, and the ball was just rolling inside the 6-yard box, and nobody seemed to be bothered to get there. It was just statue football for the majority of the first half, but more specifically, right at the start, you could see it coming. It's just like you could see this. It was just like, what are you? I was shouting to the boys, what are you doing? What exactly is the thinking here? I was shouting quite a lot, which is why my voice might be a little bit croaky, because it was horrible to watch. But we did start doing a bit of an attacking game in the 10-12th minute. And then Rowe tackled and fouled Lanzini in the penalties area, and as a result was awarded a penalty. Now, I didn't know it was Rowe or Lanzini, to be honest with you, because being down in the Bobby Moore end, literally the other end of the ground, all I saw was a tangle of legs and a tangle of shirts. But an award penalty was awarded nonetheless, and up steps Mark Noble, and very cool and calm, straight down the middle, 1-0 on the 15th minute. Very good. Very happy with that. But the celebration was quite nervy. Just like, everyone was just, a few people shouted, and we're all shouting and clapping, but it was, quite polite. So it was just like, there was still quite a lot of nerves. And then, unfortunately, 2 minutes later, Huddersfield get a corner. Great ball in. Bakuna rises up and headers it down, and boom, it's 1-1. And then, literally, it was all Huddersfield after that. Don't get me wrong, I'm taking nothing away from Huddersfield. They played absolutely perfectly, exactly as you would expect them to play, bearing in mind they've only scored 2 goals away all season, and they've only won away once in the last 3 or 4 months, and that was against Wolves, as I said in the preview. So they were up for the fight 100%, and fair play to them. They played better than us. They wanted it more than us in the first half. They really did, and to be honest, majority of the second half as well, to be 100% honest with you. But yeah, it was interesting. But in the second half, on the half-hour mark, an absolute rolling daisy cutter from Grant, and it's 2-1 after I think it was a free kick. But yeah, it was a lot of confusion, a lot of problems in the box. As I said, I was absolutely screaming at them, shouting, what's going on? Why don't you wake up? It was everyone was really, really pissed off. So we go into the second half, 2-1 down. Believe me, this reaction video is completely different to what I was expecting to be doing at 4 o'clock, when the second half kicked off at 4 o'clock. You know, there was a lot of anger, and there was quite a few boos that went out at half time. And to be honest, to a degree, although I've said before, I do not agree with people booing, it is justified because there was a lot of shit going on that pitch that shouldn't have happened. Both goals should not have happened at all. But it's easier to say that. It really, really is easier to say that. So anyway, second half comes around. Antonio comes off and Hernandez comes on in his place. Now, that was a bit of a strange one. Antonio didn't do all that badly. I know Pellegrini is bound to say, if he hasn't said it already, because I haven't watched any of the post-match interviews, nothing yet. I'm pretty much going to say he's gonna say it was a tactical decision to take Antonio off, and I agree 100% if that's the case, because we started playing better. But on the 64th and a bit minute, we conceded a screamer. No question about it. A screamer from Grant. Absolutely just ridiculous defending throughout the first. It took, actually, backing track a little bit, it took an hour, 62 minutes before we had a shot on target apart from Mark Noble's penalty. Absolutely diabolical football from West Ham. Basically because, as I said, Huddersfield played very well. They were really up for the fight. But from our point of view, we should have absolutely took them off the park by the second half, and we didn't. They took us off the park. So turning to the second half, right at the start, Antonio was taken off and Hernandez came on in his place. Totally justified from one point of view. I'm guessing it's tactical. Antonio didn't do all that bad in the first half. He was one of the things that got us down in the front, down into their box in the first half. So in the first case, I should say. So, you know, it's a little bit tricky from that side of things, but, you know, that's the way things go. Now, Nasri came on and Noble came off on the 59th minute. And just after that, we started playing better. But, you know, we started creating more. Nasri was getting around quite a bit. Both of them, Hernandez and Nasri, were getting around quite a bit more. Hernandez could have scored before the 65th minute, which I'll come to in just a moment. You know, it could have happened. You know, it could have happened. But we conceded a screamer from Grant, his second of the game, on the 65th minute. Again, very, very poor defending, and there we go. It was absolutely spot on, straight line into the top right-hand corner, and just, that was it, 3-1. And we all thought, that's it, game over, job done. For those who stayed right to the death, it wasn't in any shape or form. But as I say, you know, we thought, here we go, typical West Ham. With 3-1 down, we'd lost 2-0 to Cardiff the week before. Not looking good. Not looking good. And then on the 68th minute, Arnautovic comes off to a lot of boos, to be honest, because he did nothing. He could have scored. Absolutely perfect opportunity for him to score. Absolutely pinpoint. The ball comes right over from I think it's Anderson or Lanzini, one of the two, right in front of him. Anybody a natural born striker, because we know that Arnautovic isn't. He's an attacking midfielder at best. Would have just popped that straight away, but he waited for a second and the goalkeeper got it as he kicked it. So very, very disappointed by Arnautovic. I did say in the preview that if this was the game for him to tear it up against Huddersfield, but he didn't. He had a few good passes in the first half. That was it. Second half comes round. To say there was more impetus going, there's more momentum being built, but he should have scored to make it 2-2, and he didn't. And Arnautovic was quite rightly taken off, and Perez came on. Perez could have scored as well a few moments after that. Really could have scored, as I say. And then, you know, we started building more and more momentum. There was more shots on target, not more shots on target, but there was more shots to the passes into the box. Anderson could have scored, but he could have scored, but it was just more like a pass than anything else. and yeah, but on the 75th minute, we win a corner, and Ogbonna, as he did exactly the same thing as he did against Spurs, rises up like a salmon, as everyone was saying at that point, and boom, there we go, 3-2. And we're like, yes, you know, the atmosphere really changed. Everybody, you could feel the tension just drop when it was 2-0. Everyone was, including myself, or everyone was really getting more momentum. We're getting more into it, and that really paid off. I'm guessing that Huddersfield were like we would have been 7 or 8 years ago, just absolutely started to fold when it went to 3-2, and a very good ball from where are we? A very good ball from Creswell on the 83rd and a bit minute, and Hernandez heads it. Flying header, not very similar to the goal that was scored on the day I was born by Sir Billy Bonds, but sorry for Trevor Brooking, I should say. But it was just like, oh, where's this going? Where's this going? I wasn't sure where it was going, but bam, into the back of the net, very slowly, but 3-3, and that was it. The place just erupted. And I was like, come on. Everyone was like, come on, we can do this. The song started singing, you know, because it was like, this is the West Ham we want to see on a regular basis. You know, Pellegrini's substitutions were fantastically, tactically spot on. And then, literally, because of the amount of players that were going down in the second half due to injury and time wasting, there was 5 minutes of extra time. And literally, rolling into the 91st minute, Hernandez gets another goal. Now, I don't really think this is Hernandez's goal. I'm not entirely sure. I've seen the replays back. I don't think he touches it. I think the goalkeeper gets a bit of a touch on it, but I don't think Hernandez does, because there's a great whipped ball in from Anderson. Superb. If Hernandez touched it, there was a few of his hairs, because it just doesn't look like there was any deviation from where Anderson was going. Even Paul, who was next to me, was saying, that's a pass. That's a pass. that's not a strike. That's a pass. But there we go. 91st minute, 4-3 up. Elation is not the word. It was just absolutely incredible. I was stunned. You know, once we stopped celebrating the goal, I was absolutely stunned. I couldn't believe what we were seeing. There's like that, you know, the last minute goal. Now, I'm sure, since the playoff final, when Vazte did the same thing against against Blackpool, I don't remember us scoring a late-minute goal like that, in that fashion, at that tense a moment, since the playoff in 2012? Yeah, 2012. So, God, bloody hell, 7 years ago. Oh, how much has changed since then, but 3 points is 3 points. We're still 9th in the table. Don't think we're going to progress any further up the table than that. If we do, then we do. But thank you very much for your time. If you're new around here and you like what I'm doing, by all means, please click the subscribe button and hit the notification bells to get first dibs on the video. The channel is now back to over 651 subscribers. So again, thank you very much, everybody, for that. So hopefully we can get to 700 soon. If you're new around here, as I say, I really would like to have you on board. Just click the subscribe button. 50 odd% of my video watches are from people that aren't subscribed. I know, guys. I can tell. I can see the analytics of what's going on. So I'm not stupid. It's why, you know, it's so, you know, we've got 651 subscribers now, so thank you very much for that. If you like the video and you feel I deserve it, then by all means please click the like button. Put your comments in the comment section below, guys. Who do you feel we should be putting out against Everton in the week after next, because next weekend is the international break, and thank Christ for that. Quite frankly, it's going to take me over a week to to calm down from this win. It really is. I know I've been very subdued with my video this week, but I've just, oh, it was just absolute elation. I'm still in shock that we did that. We were 1-0 up, 2-0 down at half time to win it 4-3. Whoa. But as I say, put your comments in the comment section below, guys. It'd be nice to know what your thoughts were on the game for both halves, not just because of the result, but both halves. For those that watched it either at the game or you're able to find a decent stream. And please also share this video with anybody that you feel may want to watch it on any platform. Talking of platform, you can find me on Twitter at JPWHUTV, Facebook group and Facebook page for the channel. Again, username JPWHUTV, so it'll be www.com. www.facebook.com/JPWHUTV. You can also find me on fanvibe.com, again, username at JPWHUTV. So thank you very much for your time, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. No West Ham for a week and a half, well, 2 weeks really, but so therefore week after next there will be on the Wednesday there will be the preview video for the Everton game. If I watch any of the England qualifiers, then I may do an England video for that. Not sure yet, but we'll see. So in the meantime, guys, thank you very much for your time. Enjoy your week, and I will see you in a week and a half when the Everton preview video goes up. All the best now. Take care.